Hi, Izzy. Oh, Izzy wants to help today. Hello, Izzy. Izzy, will you be my friend? Leonardo, where's your other arm? There. Hello. She's sniffing me. Goodbye, Izzy. Bye, friend. Where'd she go? Hi, Izzy. There she is. Okay, so today we are going to start making our actual map. And I've started working on mine. I'll show you what I did. You can do any variation of this that you would like to do, but here's a suggestion, okay? So what I did was I put a little circle as a kind of a marker for each grade, and then I connected them with a little line as if it were a road between those grades. And I tried to lay it out so that I had little blocks of space throughout so that I'd have room for some pictures and decorations and words and things. And then I also made this compass, which is sort of a metaphorical compass. So instead of north, south, east, and west, I put smarter, older, stronger, younger. Because like younger would be backwards and older is that way. Get it? Yeah. And then the next step for me is going to be to start filling in some memories. So let's do some work here. I'm using my form from yesterday that I completed, and I'm going to start adding to my map. So maybe if my cameraman would come around and film over my shoulder and just give a closer look at what I did here, maybe scan it. Here's K for kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then I made this arrow that says, this way to middle school. Woohoo! Okay, and then here's my compass. I filled it in with other things too, like growing, older and wiser, learning, friends, fun. Okay? So, I also started to fill in some memories. So if you remember in kindergarten, my memories were about meeting my friend Diane. So here's me and Diane. That is exactly what we looked like. And here is Penny playing the guitar. And maybe she should be singing Yellow Submarine. Okay. And then I think I'll put my teacher there too. Her name was Mrs. Whitelaw. And Mrs. Whitelaw had bright blue eyes and black hair that was like the biggest like beehive hairdo you've ever seen in your life. She was super nice, but really crazy hair. Okay, then first grade, so this was my teacher with the best name ever, Mrs. Peacock. Okay, and from first grade, let's see. Oh yeah, buying lunch. So great. Let's see. Maybe I will draw some. I'll draw the coins. Like I remember how much it cost. It was 40 cents. So there's my 40 cents. And the trays looked like this. They were like these rectangles. They look a lot like the trays at West Woodland, actually, but they were, oh, wait a minute. No, they weren't rectangle. They were circles. That's right. They were circles, and they were brown. This kind of ugly, dark brown color. But, and then you'd have, they had these little dividers. Oh, also, like Spaghetti Day was like the best. We loved Spaghetti Day. And look, I'll put like, that's the little sticker. If you got that sticker, you got a free popsicle. Woohoo! I'm sure that we did other things besides buy lunch and get free popsicles in first grade, but for some reason, that's what really stands out. Okay, now in second grade, I had Mrs. Fairbanks. Mrs. Fairbanks was nice too, She had a similar haircut to, or hairdo to Mrs. Whitelaw, only it was blonde. And in second grade, on the school carnival, riding the swing super high and inventing worlds. So let's see. I think I'm going to draw a swing set because that was big, big fun in the day. So there's the swings. Such a good artist. And then, let's see, I'm going to draw me. My cameraman just yawned. Am I boring you, cameraman?
No, this is fascinating.
Oh, great. Little sarcasm there from the cameraman. Okay. All right. So there's me and my friend on the swings, and then like the school carnival. I have to think about what to draw for the school carnival. Maybe I'll do a picture of the dog that I won. Okay. Third grade. My third grade teacher was Mrs. Phelan. And she was nice. Oh, wait. No, that wasn't Miss Phelan. What's her name? Ooh, shoot. I can't remember her name right now. I'm going to have to think about that. But from third grade, it was all about Pioneer Day. And part of the greatness of Pioneer Day was getting to wear special clothes. I'm sure I looked nothing like a pioneer. I don't, I had like my older sister's blouse and a skirt that was too big for me, but I thought I looked awesome and like a total pioneer. I'm sure I had like a red kerchief, like all the pioneer women wore. And I seem to remember wearing some kind of scarf in my hair too. And I'm sure boots that were, okay, that's not a great boot. That's not a great boot either, but I'm trying. Okay, so some kind of boots, and I was awesome. And I'm just going to write Pioneer Day up here too. Pioneer Day. Okay. I still can't remember that. Mrs. Flynn, that's what it was. Mrs. Flynn. Okay. Now, fourth grade. Making forts between the trees with friends, beating Eric Swanson at the lap, and let's see, my fourth grade teacher was Mrs. Gutman. And if you haven't heard this story yet, after Mr. Parks and I had been working at West Woodland for several years together, we figured out that we grew up in the same town in California and went to the same elementary school and had the same fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Gutman, who was very nice. And in fourth grade, my favorite thing to do with my friends, there were these tall, tall trees. They were kind of shaped like this, and there was space in between, and then the field was back here. And we would come into this area here, and we would bring like branches to mark it off, and we would sweep it out we'd sweep the dirt out and make little leaf mats and have little meetings in our little forts. And so I will go back in and put a little more detail and color later, but just to give you an idea. That was super fun. Oh yeah, and my moment of glory. Oh, hello, Jimmy. You're gonna sit right on the map, huh? Yep. Well, kids, I guess that's all for today. Just kidding. Move. Move, little Jimmy. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Okay. So my moment of glory where I am running Jimmy. I am running so fast. Okay, you're sitting. I am running so fast. There's my hair whipping behind me as I run so fast in my dopey little PE shorts and my t-shirt. And of course, because I'm running so fast, there's Eric Swanson. Can't catch me, Eric Swanson. Behind me. He was actually a pretty nice kid. And was a super good sport about it because it was a very big deal to beat Eric Swanson. Okay, but there he is in my dust. Whoops, I just dislocated Eric Swanson's foot. It's not a very nice thing to do. Okay, so there's me beating Eric Swanson in 4th grade. My ultimate moment of glory. Now, okay, 5th grade, Miss Phelan. I loved Miss Phelan. She was so excited about everything. And it was infectious. And if she was excited about it, I was excited about it. So, and the 2 best things were astronomy. We learned how to identify all these constellations and stars, and learned all these cool terms, and then marine biology. So cool. Okay, and marine biology, we had this one on this awesome field trip to tide pools. Oh my gosh, don't you love tide pools? I love looking, still to this day, it's like one of my all-time favorite things to do. You probably can't tell yet, but that's actually a tide pool that I'm drawing. And I'm sure when I add more detail, it will be super clear that that's what it is. Okay, so I have added the main things that I want to add to my map now. Maybe you can see it around Jimmy. And tomorrow I will add some more details and I'll do some coloring in. So have some fun with this, and this will be kind of a cool thing for you to look back on years from now. All right, thank you guys. I will see you next time. Bye.